friends! Welcome back to yet another episode of the Sound Girl Pod. And today we want to talk about how people get hurt in the church.
It's about to go.
So this is a topic that I was watching something online and someone was saying the way they don't want to go back to the church because they were hurt by a few people. I was like, we've been in the church for years, so why don't we talk about this topic? So I think
emphasis on years.
Since birth. So for me personally, I don't know about church. So church has been our life, so to say. And yeah, but I think the first thing I put out before anything is that the church is not the building. The church is the people. Meaning, if the building is what affects you, quote quote, the church itself does not get affected. That does not affect you. I don't know if that makes any sense, but yes. So and remember, they are human beings, just as you are a human being. So maybe it was you this time. Tomorrow you'll be hurting another person. If you put that in your head, then it'll be easy for you to grow out of it. I think one of the things I would say is that one of the reasons why people get hurt is because people have expectations of the church. Yes, it's there. Yes, you need to have your own sense of expectations. But at some point, remember, you have to show grace. It's like a marriage. I'll come in expecting my husband does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Massage you.
Yeah, like when you are pregnant, etc. But then maybe that's not him, or maybe that's not how he was taught how to do these things. So I will get angry at him, but I'll remember either way he's a human being. There's a way you know that specific thing or how to do that specific thing in a certain way. So I shouldn't blame you because of doing that. But yes, so I think one of the reasons why people get hurt is because they have expectations of the church. You expect them to be perfect, they need to be in a certain kind of way, they have to do certain kind of things.
Love throughout.
Yeah, which is not normal. I mean, even you yourself, you can't love every single hour. So I think if you put that in your head, then it means that you have to somehow lower your expectations. Remember that they're also human beings, just as you are. Yeah, I think that would be my first point. And over to you, Sharon. What do you think? How do people get hurt?
This topic is quite a deep one. Let me first start by saying sorry for anybody who got hurt in the church. And I think why people take the church hurt very seriously is because, just like you said, the expectation, the place where you're expecting to really find love, the place you're expecting, you come with your entire vulnerability and you give yourself, you shed all your problems, you give yourself all. Yeah. It's the same place maybe like you get the backstabbing, the hurts. Yeah. So that kind of expectation is really now what makes people feel like, I mean, you could get hurt anywhere else, but the church hurt is the one that is always very close to people's hearts. Yeah. So sorry to anybody who got hurt in the church. May you find the grace and the willingness to come back. For me, I think one of the things that make people maybe get hurt in the church is the use of wrong doctrine by preachers and that kind of thing. I know people who maybe went through certain things in their lives and because of ignorance by church leaders or pastors or whoever, they got hurt in the process. For example, like I think I even shared with you some time back the story of this lady Ida on Lynn Gogi show. She was giving her story about how she got abused by this youth pastor who she was married to, and so she got abused in her entire marriage. And when she went to the pastor to complain about it, the pastor has this belief of, the man is literally your head, like he has control over you and he can do anything that he pleases to. And so the pastor told the lady that we can confidently talk about because the story is out there. So the pastor tells the lady that, you know what, anytime you do anything wrong to your husband, he has the right to beat you up. So that kind of wrong doctrine and ignorance, that holding on to traditions that don't make sense, that lady gave up on.
Yeah, and it's valid.
Church.
Yeah, it's valid.
And whatever she felt was very valid.
Yeah, that's
whatever
true.
Feelings she had. And that's because of wrong doctrine. Just being ignorant, holding on to traditions that don't make sense, especially as a man of God or a woman of God, because that's not what the Bible talks about.
That's true.
Headship in marriage, in a man. Yeah. That's not what leadership is meant to be looking like in a home.
That's true.
But because of his ignorance, this lady maybe said, me and church, never again.
Yeah, that's
And then to make matters worse, now that she was abused by a person who was in the church.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just so layered.
Yeah.
So I think wrong doctrine is something that can easily get people hurt. or maybe you're there, you are a church goer, and maybe you're just not finding success in your life. Maybe you're not finding a job, and the pastor tells you, it's because you're being lazy. But you have tarmacked the entire your life. You're just not finding any success.
I get you.
And somebody just tells you, if you don't work, you shall not eat. You are lazy. So wrong kind of.
Some of them say if you don't give in the church, that's why you're not succeeding. Things like that.
So wrong. Take care. Take care of what you preach to people.
Yeah, but on that note, now remember that the church is not the building, meaning you can also go to another church, where doctrine is right, so to say. I think that's quite what we'll talk about today, but sincerely, we are really sorry, by the way, because we've been in that space for a long time, so we know what it means. As in if you start talking about the hurt that we get, then I'm sure yours is yours is quite kidogo. Okay, not kidogo. Okay, everything is valid, but for us, we've gone through a lot because of being pastors' children. It's been.
Speaking of speakers, I think something else, not even necessarily that hurt speakers, is normal people.
Yeah.
In church, what happens is unnecessary judgment. Judging for this necessarily, you don't know their story, you don't know what they've gone through. And so you feel like because you are a know-it-all in the church, you can easily tell them,
Because they're the ones who have been there for a long time. They've been saved since I've been saved for 60 years. Remember that maybe someone got saved yesterday and they're still not out of. Remember, we are flesh and blood.
Exactly.
Yes, the spirit is there, but we are flesh and blood, meaning if you make any mistake, it's not because of the fact that we are spirit-led, we need to, this thing is flesh.
You can always fall.
Even anyone can
fall. The mightiest men of
That's
God,
true.
they can fall 3, 4 times, 10 times. It happens. So there's no need to unnecessarily
judge. Or if anyone makes a mistake, just let them. Just
pray for them.
Yeah, show them love.
You don't even have to give them advice. Listen to them if you need to listen to them. Sometimes we think we're giving advice, but we're
not even listening to so much. So heart is valid, and if you want to leave, it's fine. We understand. But also remember, there are people who are made of flesh and blood. Please show grace. Even your time can come. I like when I see people bounce back and they're like, you know what? Yes, that happened to me, but I'm still going to serve my Lord.
Yeah. And I pray that none of you ever gives up on church.
Yeah.
There's still beautiful communities in the
That's
church.
true.
You can still get a sense of belonging in the church.
Direction, identity.
Exactly. Oh yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So don't give up on church, or don't be quick to. Somebody was saying, it wasn't that. Okay, not that what they were saying was. Okay, somebody said that I don't understand why people really run away from the church immediately they're hurt. But they could be hurt anywhere else, like at the workplace. People complain about toxicity in the workplace, but they will live there, they will stay there. So maybe don't be so quick, because as much as you give up on church, God will never give up on you.
Yeah, that's true.
He will still love you. And He still wants for you to be around people or to be embraced by people who love Him and understand His love and can show love to you in the same measure. So don't give up yet.
Show grace. Next time it might be you showing hurting another person. So remember that it's a cycle. Life is a cycle.
Don't think of yourself so perfect. I think we have that tendency as believers. Like we think ourselves now, I'm a believer. Perfect.
Yeah.
So you never see like you'll ever hurt. I don't see like I'll ever hurt you any other time. So
but it happens.
You never know. You could be the one who's hurting somebody next time.
So that's true. Well, that was quite deep for us. Also very personal.
Short and sweet.
Yeah, it was also very personal. But I hope you understand what we mean. In case you have anything to add or share with us, we'll be sure enough to read the comments and to reach out to you. Yeah, it's a safe space. Yeah. All right. Until the next one. Bye.